Hi, everyone. I hope you're having a good evening. Welcome to week 4. I think you're already probably already immersed in week 4. But I wanted just to show you some highlights of this week in case you have any questions about any of the projects that are due. So I'm going to jump in and share my screen and go over the syllabus a little bit with you. Alrighty. So actually, I'm going to go over this. This is our project. Hang on one second. Okay, so we're in week 4, and this week's about the local control and the changing fiscal landscape. And I want to say it's changing, but it's changed. It's not changing, it has changed. Changed quite a few years ago, and you're going to be learning about local control funding formula. That is the funding formula that's no longer new, but that's the funding formula that all schools use now. They have given they've given the authority to the school districts to spend the money the way they can. That's a complete new change in funding, meaning in the last 6 or 7 years. So with that, there's an added responsibility for the districts and the schools to make sure that they meet certain criteria. You have to create goals, you have to submit your goals to the district. The district submits their plans to the state. Your budget has to be in line with your goals. So you're going to learn about so many great things in this chapter. One of the things you're going to learn about is your local control funding formula, the self-paced lesson. I want to tell you that that is probably one of the best little lessons I've ever gone through about local control funding formula. So spend a lot of time on that one. Really try to digest it and get something out of it, because if you're going to be hearing a lot about this at your school district, or if you ever go out of the teaching position and decide to become an administrator, you're going to hear a lot about LCFF funding. Okay, you're going to hear that's how your funding is in your school. So that's going to be something you need to know. So I have to say that it's one of the very best explanations of local control funding. And you're going to talk about district funds and everything like that. So please spend some time on that one and all the others. And excellent little video. So I'm going to jump over to the assignment number 2, comparing LCFF and basic aid. Now, I had the pleasure, I guess you could say pleasure, of working at a basic aid district. So I had to learn firsthand what a basic aid district was compared to an LCFF district. So, and there's ways you can check. So if you don't know it firsthand, there's research you can do, and you can go up on the internet and search those, and then look at all the resources we've given you. But the funding comes in differently. So if you have LCFF funding, you pretty much you can count on the money and you know how much you're getting. It's usually it's predictable. Sometimes right now things are kind of crazy with the budget, but things are pretty predictable. If you're basic aid, typically it's from a more affluent area where their tax base is higher, that brings in more dollars than the LCFF dollars. So what they do is they say, okay, well, you're a basic aid district, you get that money. So that there's a difference in it, and you don't necessarily know what you're going to get every year, year to year. So you don't know, but typically it's more money than LCFF districts. From my experiences, it's been more money. You get more, even though it's a 2-year lag in when the money's coming in. So it's a completely different funding formula. So that's what this paper is about. Is you're going to be providing examples about basic aid districts. So again, we're going to be shooting for the highly developed. So you're going to be looking at, you're going to be giving the differences between the LCFF and basic aid. My suggestion is to follow this rubric completely. I want to be able to see that you say you want a clear definition of LCFF and a clear definition of basic aid. And you can get both of those in those self-guided lessons. And you're going to be you're going to give a clear, detailed, and thorough inclusion of the benefits and challenges of both. Okay, because both have their benefits and challenges, and you can bring those to my attention. And you're going to provide a clear, detailed, and thorough analysis by drawing conclusions about the level of student academic achievement between districts that are funded by LCFF and those funded by basic aid. Now, don't let this one bog you down. pay attention to this one, okay, but don't let it bog you down. Show that you're looking at the test scores. There's some significant differences in some of the basic aid districts compared to LCFF districts. So I want you to look at those. Don't let it. I don't go too deep into trying to find the magic nugget here. Just go into the California Department of Ed website. You can look at the dashboard that we've talked about before. Go look at the dashboard. Compare a couple of districts to see what, to kind of look at what's the difference. Just kind of give a broad view. Say, what's the difference? What are your assumptions, and what are you assuming? Look at their student populations. So look at the student populations. Look at you could from the dashboard you could find some of those things. So that's what I'd like to see, is that you at least went and did a little research on that, so you can get some real live data. And then you're going to be, of course, your writing style. You'll get points for that, and your APA formatting. On this one, make sure that this is your first paper with me, so make sure that you have APA formatting, that your references are correctly put in there, and that you have that you're not putting it in. It's not your opinion. This paper is not about your opinion. This paper is about research that you've done, and you're proving it by giving me information that other people have told or have stated or in their papers. Okay, so that's what I want to show you on that. So a couple questions about your group project. A few people have asked if you can meet besides in the discussion and collaborate, if you can meet at other places and other times. Absolutely, because at the end of the day, if you're having problems getting this paper done, and I have to go back in and look to see where did you guys fall apart, if it was then I could see. But if you're not having any problems and you guys are rocking and rolling on your project, just go get it done and work together in whatever style and format and time frame that you can work in. But if you're having problems, contact me and I'll kind of guide you in, if it's not working out, I'm going to ask you to work and collaborate. Okay, so it's there for your protection, and it's there for my information to go through so I could see where things fell apart. I hope you're all doing well. I know this is a crazy time of the year right now. Most of you probably don't know where you're going to be next year, meaning you don't know if you're going to be working at home again, or you're going to be working at school, or you're going to be working half-time, or where you're going to be working, or if you're going to wear masks, no masks, who's going to be cleaning your rooms. So I totally understand what you're going through right now. If you need to contact me for anything, let me know. Please call me. Stay with this program. Don't leave this program, because we're going to need administrators more than ever when this whole thing is done. And we're going to need good administrators. We're going to need people who understand what it's like to be in a classroom during such an enormous change, just an enormous situation. And you guys are all understanding that, and you're going to be amazing administrators as a result. And I can't say any more about that. Nothing I've ever been through when I was a teacher. So roll with it, learn from it, and become the best administrator because of it. All right, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please reach out to me. I'm available. And if I don't get back to you within a few hours of your email or your text, please try it a different way, or just write to me again. I'm trying to keep up on everything. So I will be getting everything done as soon as possible. Also, I should have all your papers graded, your last projects graded by this end of this week. I should have everything caught up by the end of this week. So that's my plan, and hopefully it'll happen. All right. Take care.